Dad. We creamed Shane. He never saw it coming. He never even stood a chance. Badges, smadges. I wish you'd see me flex right now. I'm so strong. Right, Seely?
Or.
All that to say, Diane and I won. We're real Rangers now. They just let us skip the whole junior section. It's legit, Dad. Ask me a question about nature now because I know it. I wish you could have been there to see us win. You would have loved it. We said our goodbyes to Diane, and now it's time for us to get back on the road. Hit it, Seely.
Hello, friends. We're back.
Hey, everybody.
It has been a literal 2 months since Sarah and I recorded.
Don't tell them that.
Okay,
Don't tell them
just kidding.
that.
What? We just did this last week. We just
Don't
recorded
pull the curtain
just
that
a
far.
week ago. Oh,
I'm
no.
in my PJs.
Oh, my gosh. Like, they know. They know it's been wild. They get
do?
it. They understand.
Are they okay with that?
I mean, it's well for everybody. It's okay.
Okay. I mean, it's not like a loyalty question here, folks. It just was a scheduling
It's a
life.
schedule thing. Well, we also had a whole bunch in the tank, but the tank is getting closer to empty. But it's okay because we're refilling it.
Wow, that was you refilling the tank, huh? I thought that was you just stumbling over words.
Nope, it was not. It was not me stumbling.
Actually, that is a hard sound effect. I give it to you.
So, after all of the things that happened last time with the lovely, lovely Diane, Pearl, you and some of your Pokemon have leveled up.
Woohoo! Yes, I'm psyched, guys.
We had look, there was a lot of XP to go around, and
We didn't just like go up a staircase. We went up a flight. Wait, a flight is the same thing, but like 2 flights at least.
2 flights. So, Seely leveled up, Coconut leveled up,
Boom.
Fanta leveled up,
Boom.
And then as a result of their leveling up, you also leveled up.
Pearl herself leveled up. She grew an inch.
Well, I mean, you beat Shane, so what else did you expect to happen? Okay, so let's go through all these. We already worked these out. We already worked through these off mic, so we can just bust them out here for you. So, Seely and Coconut, both up to level 7. Any new fun stuff for them? I know that Seely bumped up 1 level, and Coconut actually got up 2 levels.
Yeah, Seely gained some HP. Coco gained, of course, HP, but then also has the target sniper thing you told me about. The target sniper thing now. Cha-cha! The thing where I'm attacking a move that's similar to me.
Oh, you're talking about Stab.
Yeah, I'm talking about
Okay.
Sniper Stab.
I see. I was like, I never said that Coconut had Sharpshooter now. Now I understand. Yes. So,
Stab, stab.
because they hit level 7, they got a Stab increase, Stab being same type attack bonus.
Thank you.
So if Seely's using a water move or if Coconut's using an electric type move, their damage that they get as a little boost on that has now increased a little bit.
They move as fast as lightning now. Stab, stab. Sharpshooter. Sniper.
I did not know what you were talking about.
I'm sorry. Okay. And then Coco learned a new move.
Uh-huh.
Thunder Wave.
Very nice. A move that I thought that Coconut had had access to already, but did not until level 6. So
Nah.
there you go.
Boom. And then Fanta,
Leveled up by 2 as well.
beefy bird.
Went from 6 to 8, and so Fanta got that Stab increase at level 7 as well.
Yeah.
So fire and fighting, get after it. And then on top of that, Fanta also picked up a feat.
Yeah, resilient.
Ooh, and what did you put that in? It was resilient
In con saves.
constitution.
Yeah.
So what's Fanta's HP sitting at right now?
76.
Goodness gracious.
Currently -3. Hashtag heal life.
Well, no, we're coming back like the next morning. You're
okay,
fine.
let me restore everyone.
Yeah.
And then Pearl, the goddess herself, is now level 8. And I put all of that level up into wisdom. So I have a wisdom of 19 now.
Nice. Yeah. So you got the ability score increase, and you said, I'm not taking a feat this time. You've already got some pretty solid feats, so you went for just that ability score boost this time. So you're very close to being maxed out on that wisdom.
I feel like those who know and have played this game get that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you get some fun stuff to play with early on, and then later on you can, dip into actually boosting those scores a little bit more. But
I do wish I wish I could just have the best of both worlds and do a feat too, because I love feats. But yeah. Meanwhile, I rolled all of these new level ups on the coolest dice in the world. Like I'm gonna unveil the curtain.
why don't you tell them about those dice?
I like dice. I do. But never before have I loved a dice. And let me tell you, this set is just Pearl is encapsulated in this, and I'm so excited. It is the confetti dice from Dice Envy.
Dice Envy.
They're so cool, guys. It's like a party explosion, brain explosion of all that Pearl is. It's amazing. You can actually see your reflection in it if you find the right part of confetti, because it's legit confetti in there. So yeah, I'm psyched about my new dice. They're perfect for her. Roll them.
Ooh. Love
Wow,
that.
that was actually a pretty good roll.
Great. And so since we are coming back at the end of a long rest after all of the events of yesterday with the Junior Ranger competition, you get to bond with one of your Pokemon. So which one would you like to bond with?
Ooh. Oh, gosh. I think it's just been a long day, so Pearl's gonna bond with Sealy.
Cool.
She needs that comfort for herself.
Respect that. So with that then, as you all are getting ready to go the next morning, because you all are getting ready to leave Truffletown, correct? You're heading out?
Oh, yeah.
Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Awesome. So then with that, just you spend a little bit of extra time with Sealy, but I will let you roll for both Sealy and for Coconut. I will let you do a loyalty roll for both of them. So Sealy will get the little bonus of bonding, but you get to go for it with both of them because they both fought Shane yesterday. I would let Fanta do it too, but Fanta's already maxed out.
Oh, okay. Wow. That's awesome. Thank you, DM. Do I roll D20?
Yeah, so it'll be a D20, and so Sealy will get +5, and Coconuts will just be a flat roll.
Okay. It's a 14 and a 13.
Total? Like after you added the stuff for
Yes.
Sealy was a 14? Okay, a 14 and a 13. They would have each needed a 20.
Wow.
So they're still sitting at 2. It doesn't go down or anything, but they're still sitting at 2. But Sealy does still get the benefits of that bonding over the course of the long rest.
Mercy. Okay.
It's hard to jump from 2 to 3. That's the big one. And so I do believe that wraps up all of our housekeeping, yes?
Yeah, sure does.
Wonderful. So with that, let's hop right in. So Pearl, the next day comes and you and the Cuddle Bunch wake up at the Pokemon Center. You get out of your room and Luca and his squad come out from down the hall and you all are eating breakfast in the Pokemon Center. Is there anything that you want to talk about or figure out as you guys are getting ready to head out of town and go about your business?
I think we, start chatting a little bit, talk about maybe grabbing a souvenir, and then Pearl goes, oh, wait. And she runs immediately back to her cot
Okay.
and looks underneath her bed and finds the metal briefcase.
Oh, it's there.
Okay, great. And she just throws
Oh,
it.
wait, no, it's in a pod, remember?
Oh, okay.
But you find the pod.
Find the pod. I open it frantically. Oh, thank gosh. Well, I almost forgot about it, Sealy.
Ort.
Okay. It's just, there was a lot happening.
Ort.
I know. I need to take it more seriously. Hold on. I'll start right now. And she throws it across the room. See if it opens.
Ort. Make a strength check.
Nat 1.
Nat 1.
And I'm also negative in strength.
It just sort of falls out of your hands.
Clear.
It lands on your toe.
Ow. Ow. Ooh, wow. This thing is definitely locked and loaded, Sealy. Watch out.
Ort.
And I run back to breakfast with it now in my hands.
Great. Now back in the pod.
Yeah.
So you take it out of the pod, just throw it, and you put it back in the pod.
Yes.
Hey, everything okay? Why are you limping?
Me? Limp? No, what?
Yeah, you're limping a little bit.
It's the new dance move. It's called the choo-ka-choo. Little hop, little hop, little hop, choo-ka-choo. You just gotta sell it. It's a matter of sell. If you see Sealy do it, you'll totally get it. Sealy, go for it.
And she just she sells it. She sells it. I'm gonna make a roll for Sealy with advantage because
you really did sell it.
because she has a beret on. It's beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, no, that's a real dance move. Okay, cool.
Seely, you are gorgeous.
Or.
No, I actually just dropped the briefcase on my foot, but aren't we glad we know the Choo now? She says to Luca.
I know I'm glad now.
So, we should probably just keep trucking along on our long journey to get this to the right spot, huh?
Yeah, so we're gonna keep down Route 4 and head toward Tremella Town then?
Tremella, Ella, Ella, heading on to Tremella, Ella, yeah.
You know, I'm sure the people there hear that all the time, and I'm sure they love it.
I bet it's like their anthem. But yeah, let's go.
Awesome. Do you have any business you want to attend to before you leave town? Do you want to make any changes to your party? Anything before you leave?
I mean, I think we get a souvenir and some chocolate for the road.
Yeah, no, you go back by Willy Warmple's and you get
Okay.
some more chocolate. That's fine. Coconut is pleased.
Coco, how was your cooking adventure? Can I taste some of it?
And what does Coconut pull out?
In like a little Tupperware Ziploc thing.
Yes, yeah. Coconut pulls out a Tupperware from who knows where.
Can you do a flip, like if it looks edible or if it doesn't look edible?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want to know what he attempted before we figure out if it was edible or not?
Okay, sure. Coco attempted a souffle.
Okay. Coconut attempted a souffle. I'm rolling a d6 here, folks. Odd is it looks edible, even it does not. You know, he didn't quite get the whole rise or really any of the whole souffle. It looks like
Pearl looks at it and she goes, "Oh wow, flan! Beer? Yeah, we have this on the ship all the time. Let's get Pikachu. Why are you looking at me like that? Let me have okay, well let me just have a bite. Pikachu. Wait, Coco, hold on. Don't eat it all yourself. Oh man, I wanted some of that flan. Pikachu.
as if to say, that wasn't flan.
Was it good? Pikachu.
And Coconut pulls out a second Tupperware with the same stuff in it and just sort of sadly slides it over to you.
Oh, Coco, come on. And she takes a bite.
Make a Constitution save.
17.
17?
I love it. It's got a good sugar taste to it. Consistency's way off.
You have held down much worse than this, I'm sure, before.
This is nothing, Coco. We just need to get you some more supplies. We'll get you a little apron. We'll help you out, okay, Coco? I'll get you better materials. It's probably just the ingredients, not your skills. Yeah, you need more refined chocolate. Here, why don't you pick some of Warmple's, like, cooking chocolate and stuff, and we'll take it with us.
Coconut grabs some. As this is a montage, I don't remember if we were in the Pokemon Center or Willy Wurmple's at this
I
point.
know,
but
we're
yeah.
really hopping.
We're just hopping around. It was a morning of just making sure that you had the stuff that you needed before you leave. Lucas says, you know, also, I don't think Coconut can read, so you might have to, like, show him how to do stuff, how much of things to put into, like, a bowl or what have you.
First off, Luca, I appreciate your concern. Second off, Luca, have you ever asked Coco if Coco could read? And third off, yeah, you're probably right. And fourthly, I think Coco has such a refined palate that Coconut will probably figure it out. That was a weird mix of a rant and a non-rant. They're called schmants.
Coconut, can you read?
Pikachu?
As if to say, what's reading?
Coconut did give me a list one time, Luca. It was all scribbles.
Coconut might have said what's reading facetiously. Who knows? And so, who do you want your party to be today? I know that it was like only 3 yesterday because of the competition and everything. So just who do you want to get from the PC or not or whatever today?
Today, Seely's gonna wear the combatant scarf, a well-deserved break.
Nice.
But of course, still with us always. And then we will have Oscar,
Okay.
Beckers,
Great.
George Foreman,
Beautiful.
and Coco.
Excellent.
And Fonta's also getting a break, well-deserved.
Gotcha. So you're sending Fonta to chill.
Yeah, I think it's time to do a little level work with some of these other crew.
Yeah, I mean, Fonta is definitely pretty OP, so that's fair. I think that as you deposit him, Fonta is kind of excited, and you do a quick little video chat, and you see that Miguel's on the other side, and he was doing a little bit of work with what was it, Cone? What'd you name?
Cone.
Cone.
That's all. Kept it real simple with that one.
The Pine Co. He was doing a little work yesterday. He's like, oh great, yeah, Fonta's gonna be here. That'll be wonderful. And Fonta
Yeah.
looks excited to, work with Cone as well.
Oh, good, Fanta. I knew you would love it. Hi, Cone. Oh, wow. Oh, whoa. Okay. Whoa. Cone, don't chew the camera. Don't. Hi, professors.
Hi, Pearl. Wash your hands.
Thanks. Rapidash.
Gotta get that magical rainbow Rapidash. Listeners, wash your hands.
Love you.
Wash them. Don't just use Germ-X or another antibacterial. Wash your hands. Really get in there.
My skin is really dry. It's cracking. It's true. It's a little scary. There's like a little scully part of my hand now, and it's by my thumb, and it feels like a little lizard.
Gotta get some lotion.
Get some lizard hands.
Lizard hands.
Lizard listeners. Yeah, crew.
All right, lizard nurse. I'm done with this bit. Let's go back to the podcast.
Okay.
All right, so with that, you get your crew all set for the day, and you head off on Route 4. Are you all in the SS Speedmeister? Or are you walking?
I think we're walking. I think we're inspired by Diane, and we're just like enjoying nature again.
Yeah, just taking it easy breezy for a little
Yeah.
bit. Wonderful. I love it. So as you and Luca head to Tremella Town, there's not a bunch of big differences between Truffle Town and there as far as like the terrain that you're on so far. Like it's very similar to where you got off of Bolette Bridge and went into town. From there, it's more of the same. There's a lot of like semi-woodsy areas, and it's a fairly cloudy morning.
Hey, Luca.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, if you could have like, what's your dream Pokemon?
My dream Pokemon?
Yeah, like on the big wish list. Like, whoa, to catch that would just be an ultimate record day.
That's a good question.
Character development. Didn't see it coming.
Well, I've always thought the Houndour and Houndoom are pretty cool. Like
Oh, yeah.
that would be a really cool one to get,
They look so cool next to you, too.
right? Like really working on that whole Teen Squad vibe, you know?
Totally.
Really fill that out.
Yeah.
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 So I don't know. Yeah, that's one. Is there anything that you are like hoping to catch or that you're looking out for?
A muck.
I don't even know why I asked.
Do you see a muck recently?
Not since we saw the one.
I know we spent a lot of time together, but I just thought maybe like when you were out walking or like on one of those times where you're like, Pearl, enough. I'm gonna go read a book. Like maybe a muck came up next to you and tapped you on the shoulder and said, hey, mucky, mucky, muck, muck, muck. And you're just like, huh, that's funny. And then like it walked away and you just didn't think of it twice. But if you ever see a muck, could you let me know?
I will let you know.
Thanks. How's your book coming?
My book?
Yeah, I thought you were writing it, but maybe you were just reading it all this time.
I was just reading it.
Oh, wow, you should write one. My Adventures with Pearl.
My memoir.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that'd certainly be an interesting read.
A pearl, a legend, a saga, a lifetime, a Luca. Just thoughts. I would read your book.
I should have grabbed a notebook before we left town.
Gosh darn it. Everybody needs supplies. Coco needs baking materials. You need a notebook. I gotta get you guys stuff. Bigger.
His coconut's like trying to carry some like pots and pans that he grabbed.
You need a backpack. Bigger. I give him my backpack of big.
Oh, you give him the big backpack? I didn't know if you gave him that one or like your old backpack.
Oh, I guess I could do that.
If you want to, is Coconut out right now just chilling? Is Coconut like you're active right now?
Gourmand. It's like Coconut's like trying to pick up little herbs and little things, you know. Going full in the hobby.
I love it. So as you all are walking along the road, you see a quaint little cottage that you approach. And as you were walking, you see that it's, well, it looks like it's more than just a cottage. You see that there's a little sign out front and there's a nice fenced-in area around the back that seems to be a fairly decent-sized yard with some different, looks like playground equipment type stuff and things like that. And as you approach, you see there is an older gentleman.
Hold on, Luca. Hold everything. And I almost like book check him like in the stomach. And I'm like, stop. Back away slowly. Just a couple steps back. Speaking of books, I know a lot of books. First, we need to look at this cottage. And she stands it like up and down. Okay. It doesn't look like it's made of candy. Second, Coconut, have you been spreading a trail of breadcrumbs?
And Coconut like looks down at the cookie that he's holding and there's just like a little bit of trail from where he's been nibbling.
Coconut! It's okay. You don't of this journey. Okay, Pikachu. Okay,
I can't read.
okay, breadcrumbs, not good. No candy. And then she starts to look at the stranger.
You look at this stranger and you see that he is an older fellow, seems to be fairly tall. He's got a nice little walking cane that looks like it's more for decoration than actual use. But he is currently bent over looking around in like the bushes outside of the front of this cottage. He's in a kind of old-timey looking clothing, and he does have a very nice mustache, very well manicured, you can see from a distance.
Oh man, Luca, it's a 50-50 right now. Can I do like
I'm getting a lot of mixed signals at this particular moment.
Yeah, 50-50 for sure.
It's like a spiffy looking dude, though.
I love Dapper. I can always be about Dapper. I mean,
Dapper's
look
good.
at Oscar.
Jam.
She puts him back in the bowl. Can I do an instinct check and check out that mustache?
Sure, it's going to be a disadvantage, though, because you're still pretty far away.
It's time to check that stash. All right, here, folks. We're gonna roll the dice here. We might have a bolo. We might have a curly stash. We might have a scary stash.
Well, Pearl, what's the score on Check That Stash?
Thank you. And folks, it's a 10. Another 50-50.
A 10. It's hard to get a read on that stash from this distance. We'll see what Pearl does next here on Check
Check
That
that
Stash.
All right, Luca.
Yeah.
Pokey's close, backs together, tight as a feather. Onward.
So do you and Luca just like walk back to back like crab walk down the road?
I think so.
He's got all of his Pokemon put away right now, except for like Trico on his arm, who's like standing with his hands on his hips, like on Luca's arm.
And I just say, assume the position!
And we begin to walk.
You guys ridiculously walk down the road. As you approach this cottage, you see that this older gentleman does not seem to have noticed you yet, but you do get close enough that you can read the sign in the front yard that says, "Take Care Daycare." And the older fellow is just looking in the bushes like, oh, gosh, where are they? Oh, no. Is just rooting through the bushes, has not noticed you yet.
Do I have like a butterfly net or like a rope?
What, are you going to try to Animal Crossing
I
this
try
guy?
to Animal Cross this guy, yeah.
Sure, you can have a net.
Thank you.
Well, you would have like rope and like
Okay,
an adventure.
I wanna get my net out.
Okay, great.
I'm from a cruise ship, so
Yeah, it's like a cheapo like kids activity cruise. Like, oh yeah, go like catch some bugs on an island.
our activities were never cheapo. Isabel made sure of that.
That's certainly true.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna try to sneak up and officially like cowabunga this dude and try to put a butterfly net on top of him.
Roll stealth.
Come on, confetti dice. Ho ho! Never was my strong suit. 5.
5. You are like doing the Animal Crossing villager like
Creep walk.
Creep walk.
Yeah.
Eyes wide as you approach this old man, who, before you get close enough to bring the net down on him, stands up and is like, "Well, I guess they're not there." Oh, well,
Oh, hello! Don't mind us. Whoop.
And we assume the position again and I put the net away.
can I help you? Are you looking for something in your net there?
Seems like you are definitely looking for something.
I am. I'm looking for some Pokemon, actually.
Are they your Pokemon?
Well, they're Pokemon that I'm babysitting. This is my business. I'm currently looking for some. Well, there was an incident with some balloons, and I don't need to go into it right now. But the point is, some very small Pokemon have are currently eluding me.
Balloons, you say, huh?
Yes.
What's your middle name?
Well, that's personal information.
What's your favorite color?
My favorite color
What's
is.
your favorite ice cream flavor?
These are a bunch of
Are
Christian.
your shoes tied? Yes or no?
My shoes are tied. My shoes are tied.
Okay, we can trust him.
My name is Luke, though.
She does like a double take between Luca and Luke.
Boom, 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 boom.
No, just Luke. Luke is this gentleman's name. Wink. But my name is Luke. I've had this business for quite some time, and this is not something that has happened before. But I'm currently looking for some Pokemon. I'm sorry. Can I help you?
Hi, I'm Pearl.
Nice to meet you, Pearl, and I'm Luca. Oh, what a fun coincidence! Haha.
See, hence the double take. So, what type of Pokemon did you lose? Why were they so hard to keep in your daycare?
Well, they're baby Pokemon, and baby Pokemon are notoriously mischievous.
Everybody stop of Baby Looney Tunes? Have you ever heard of Baby Muppets? Have you ever heard of Baby Mickey and Minnie? Welcome!
Oh my gosh, everybody has the biggest eyes on their foreheads. Their cheeks are massive. Yes! And then Pearl immediately recovers and goes, I'm so sorry if our first impressions are weird. Let me tell you, I'm making an oath to you. I would love to help in any single way, possible shape, format.
Well, thank you. And then he like gives a whistle and like stamps his cane on the ground, and then you wait a second, then you feel like the earth tremble for a second, and then two Doug Trio pop out of the ground, one trio on each side of him, and he says, well, any sign of them anywhere? Trio. As they like shake their head/bodies, and he says, all right, well, keep looking, and they zoom back into the ground.
That was amazing, Luca. Have you ever seen a Pokemon like that?
A Doug Trio? Yeah, I've seen some around.
Luke, I dig your crew.
Oh, thank you. My Doug Trio normally help me keep the grounds and patrol the perimeter in case anybody gets a little wily. But like I said, balloon incident, so it's really out of their hands. I don't know what's under there.
Luca?
Yeah, what's up?
And Pearl immediately puts on shades. This is only a job for Detective Pearl.
Luca hits the button on his Pokegear and the noir music starts playing.
So they're missing, you say? Specialized task force under the ground haven't been able to find them. A gentleman of established is tackled down by balloons. How could this be possible? Well, I don't know, but I'm going to find out. Luke, don't worry about my services or my charges or my fees just yet.
Well, all right. So you'll help me find them then?
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful. This is excellent news. excellent news. Yes.
First, lead us to the scene of the crime or the disappearance.
All right, it was just, here, come around. And he leads you around the side to where the gate into the fenced-in backyard is.
While they're walking, Pearl hurriedly gets a notebook and starts slamming like sunglasses in Seely's face and saying, no, we're doing this. We're doing this. We're doing this again. Okay.
Tarzan, I got these in town. I had a feeling this was going to happen that sooner or later. And Tarzan the Trico puts on the sunglasses as well as Luca puts on
Thank you, Luca.
sunglasses.
You're all I could ever ask for.
I know.
And then I put Coco back in the ball.
Yeah. All right, so you've got Seely just kind of hanging out with you right now?
Yes.
All right, awesome. So this gentleman, Luke, takes you around into the backyard, and you can see where it looks like he was putting on a little party for the Pokemon in his care today. There's like a little helium tank and some balloons around, and you see that there are other Pokemon that are not baby Pokemon. Like there's some, middle stage evolutions and just a few other various Pokemon that are hanging around, some that are playing on playground equipment and stuff like that. There's one Ditto who's there who's just like, looks like they've been there for a while.
That's sad. That makes me sad.
There's always a Ditto in a daycare. What are you going to do?
Man, parenting. Our systems, huh? There's always a Ditto in a daycare.
But you look around and Luke says, well, like I said, we were having a little party here with the balloons. I try to keep things fun and interesting for the Pokemon that are in my care. You see, I've got different little mini play habitats that are set up for everyone here. And like I said, some of the baby Pokemon hitched a ride right over the fence. And my Doug Trio, haven't been able to find them yet.
Pearl immediately starts like scoping it around, looking with a magnifying glass, starts, checking for prints, and then really it's just all a ruse to get to the helium tank. But why would they ever do this? Who could ever commit such a crime? I know! Babies! Imagine this in my creepy detective voice, guys! Silly, your turn!
Hey, you really shouldn't, like... No, okay, stop ripping that straight from the tank. Oh my gosh.
It's your turn.
You can't do it straight from the tank.
Okay. Let me breathe out and you grab some helium. That's how it works.
Oh, that smells like breakfast.
My breakfast was delicious. It was waffles. Okay, keep going, Luke. What else do we need to know? No.
that coming, huh? Pearl just whips the Healy.
I used to do this on the ship all the time.
All the time?
Yeah, we got plenty of balloons. I built up an endurance.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, so anyway, I didn't see which direction they floated off. I don't really know. That's why I was looking around, and I've got my Dugtrio trying to scope out the area. And
Hey, buddy, they went on a balloon. So, where did you think they might have landed? You were looking up at the front of your place. Whoa, this is really a high voice. Woohoo!
well, I just thought that I would look around the front while my Dugtrio were checking out further out perimeter areas. Seems as though the wind is blowing a little bit northerly today, so I would assume that they would go whichever way the wind took them. I just didn't see them go anywhere.
What type of Pokemon are we even looking for?
Well, there are 4 baby Pokemon that are missing currently. There's a Mime Jr., a Smoochum, an Igglybuff, and a Bonsly.
Okay, so are they all friends? Do you think they planned this? This is a scheme?
I don't know. Most of them belong to different trainers. I know that the Mime Jr. and the Smoochum belong to the same trainer. But then the other ones belong to different ones. All sorts of people pass through and leave Pokemon from time to time. But I know that they were all playing together at some point. We just had everybody was out here, so I'm not sure.
Okay, I say we start far and then work our way in. What do you think, Luca?
Yeah, sounds like a good plan to me.
Cool. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I'll be here and around, and I'll send my Dugtrio after you if they find anything as well.
Great. If you need anything, just listen for a sound that sounds like
Well, all right. So how do you want to proceed?
I think can Pearl determine which way's north more? I mean, I know he pointed it, right?
Yeah, he pointed.
Okay, I think we'll go pretty far north and then just work our way back in.
Great. Okay.
Because, if they're babies, the longer they're out there, I think the sooner they realize they should probably head back in. They might be scared. They might get hungry.
Yeah.
That's what my logic is. So if we go farther out and then continue to push in more.
Cool. So there's as you are making your way out, so you're just heading straight out that way then.
Hold on, I have an idea.
Okay.
Okay.
How long ago was this again, Luke?
Oh, it was within the hour.
Okay, Seely,
Or?
you know what to do.
And Seely begins to make a balloon art animal.
Insert balloon sounds here in post.
Fantastic. Another work of art.
And it sincerely is like an actual balloon animal work of art.
Oh my gosh.
Like it's a picture frame with someone in the middle, and Pearl ties it to a string.
Okay.
Okay, Luca, are your shoes tied?
Yeah, my shoes are tied.
Okay, ready, guys?
Or?
And she lets it go.
All right, she lets the balloon art balloon go.
Yeah.
Okay. It
And-
starts floating.
We immediately start running after it
Okay.
and just follow its path.
Okay. Cool. I like it. So you all go through, and so you're just going like as far as it goes north.
Yeah, as far as we can.
Okay.
I mean, until it becomes unreasonable.
Yeah. So as you were heading along, there are some other like patches of like little woodsy areas and stuff that you're going past, and you can either go in them and maybe lose sight of the balloon for a second, or you can just go around them and keep it in your sights. But you all are heading north, following the balloon, knowing that by looking at your map, you're still at a point on Route 4 where eventually, if you just keep going north, you will hit Bullet Bay. So, how would you like to proceed? Do you want to go like straight through the little woody areas, or do you want to go like move around some of those bigger clumps of trees, trying to always keep the balloon in your sights?
I think we want to try to keep the balloon in our sights.
Okay, cool. So eventually, you all do get fairly close to where you can like in the distance see Bay Bolette. It's still a good ways off though, but it's certainly you've come a good little ways. You've probably taken the better part of like 30 minutes just like following after this balloon. And it's now later in the morning, I would say. And as you are following the balloon, you have gotten to some like rocky formations and some little like cliffy ravine type areas. And make a survival check.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
There you are, confetti die.
Yes, confetti. Dice hit me. Yeah, okay, with a nat 20, as you all are approaching this area with these rocky crags and everything, you start to see, as you look around, in the open, there are some wild Pokemon that just look like they're just asleep. They're just asleep out in the open. They're not, tucked away, in their little caves or in a tree or whatever. Like, there's a Rattata who's just sawing some logs on the ground right there. There's a few other Pokemon who are just... And on the breeze, on the wind, almost like a whisper, you hear...
Luca, take some coffee. Drink it up as fast as you can. Double espresso shot.
Glurk. He does.
Okay, great.
Yeah, okay, cool. I'm set. I'm ready. Do you also take a shot of espresso?
She takes a shot of espresso, and then I think she tries to plug her ears.
Okay, cool.
Luca, do you have any headphones?
Yeah.
Okay, put those in your ears now, quick.
Okay, cool. And he gets out his headphones and plugs them in. And the noir music is now muffled a little bit in his ears.
Okay, great. Would it be fair to say that Pearl does too?
I think that's fine. I think you've got like a little set of headphones. Yeah, totally. I think, yeah.
Great. Okay, now, back to this voice, because the helium had enough time to wear off.
The helium wore off.
All right, Luca, follow my lead.
Okay. And he does. How do you proceed?
I think we just walk with caution, but also follow the trail of those Pokemon that are asleep.
Yeah, you absolutely do. You pass by a whole bunch of different, woodland Pokemon who are just zonked out on the ground. You see that there's, a Rattata, there's a Bidoof, there's a Pidgey just splayed out on a rock that's snoring. There's some Oddish that are all in a little clump in the grass. All of them just snoozing. And you head toward where this song is coming from. Are you sneaking there, or what? How are you doing? You trying to get the jump on this Igglybuff? Okay, cool.
We'll try again with
go
sneak.
ahead and roll stealth then.
That is a 10.
Okay. As you all continue on that way, you see that up on the top of some very pokey looking rocks, the Igglybuff is there and had just recently put another Rattata to sleep and is just sort of bouncing around like the little balloon that it is. You don't see its balloon anywhere nearby, but it's fairly high up on this very pointy rock formation currently.
Oh man, that's cute, Luca.
Yeah, it's pretty cute.
I love it. I love it so much. Pearl just big hard eyes immediately. Boom.
But as you approach, the Igglybuff with a perception of 19
Mercy.
did notice you coming and looks down and looks like, oh, what's up?
Hi. Pearl waves.
The Igglybuff starts singing at you.
No. 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 Why must so much cuteness be at so much of a price?
Go ahead and both of you just make wisdom saves at advantage because you have had your coffee and have your earbuds in.
Okay. 21.
Yep. So both of you do just fine. That's not technically how Sing works, but I wanted to play with it a little bit, so don't at me. I know what the actual move is. Because normally it works like the sleep spell in D&D where it just does it. But you took enough precautions that I was like, I'll give him a shot.
Okay.
But with that, you all are just fine, and the Igglybuff does not put you to sleep.
Pearl just starts to dance closer to it.
Okay.
And just be like, hey, it's not time for that. It's time to go home. Do the Kookachu. Kookachu. Go silly and Kookachu. Come on, Iggly with us. Kookachu and Chookachu. You are really choot.
Make a persuasion check or performance, either one that you want.
Unnatural 20.
Yep, the Igglybuff is into the Chookachu.
Chookachu. Go silly. Go silly. Oh, Chookachu. Little Iggly. Go Iggly. Chookachu. Come on, Luca. Okay, Luca. Just give a shot, Luca. Come on, Luca.
Luca's doing it.
Okay.
Luca's doing it.
It's a little wiggle. It's a little wiggle.
Just a little wiggle.
And we just slowly start to gain terrain on the Igglybuff via the Chookachu.
You dance climb up this rock formation. And the Igglybuff is like kind of just like vibing and is slowly just bouncing down from rock to rock. And eventually you do meet in the middle with the Igglybuff and you've got it.
Great.
All right. I knew you could do a little Zumba.
And it's just looking at you with these big ol' eyes.
Oh, I hate to do this, but you've proven yourself untrustworthy, so I must.
And she puts it in a Pokeball.
Great. We'll say that Luke gave you like their Pokeballs for if you found them to be able to put them in.
That makes sense.
Because
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to put them in one of yours, but
No.
you've got a Doug Trio conveniently pops up with Pokeballs in air quote hand and gives them to you. It's fine. But you put it in its ball and it's all good.
And we unplug our headphones, and Pearl just like immediately super overdramatic telenovela style goes up against the rocks and goes, "That took all my strength. It was so cute. I've never had detective work like that in my life. What was I thinking? How could I deny the cuteness and lure it with a Kukachoo? Only because I knew it was for its best. Sealy, do you get me?"
Everything is like monochrome, noir, black and white right now. Trico is like found his little fedora and a notepad and has a bubble pipe and is making notes. Trico!
And that's when I knew a detective's work was never done without the Kukachoo. Boo-doo-doo, Kukachoo.
So, what now?
Sorry there, Luca. I had a moment, as you might say. Different than a monologue, just a moment.
It was bordering on monologue, I think. What now?
I guess we have to go start looking for the others.
All right, that works for me. So heading back then, surely this is as far as they would have gone, right?
Yeah, I think so, Luca. I think we're in a good spot to
Yeah.
keep now backtrack.
Okay, cool. All right, so then as you head back, make a survival check as you continue heading back toward the Take Care Daycare.
Okay, and just because Pearl has the, little bit of antic in her, every single sleepy Pokemon they pass, she just spritz some water on their face. Go, boop. There you go. You're welcome.
You don't have a little squirt gun. It's just like
Like a little droplet of water
It's
bottle.
just Toofus, and you just like squeeze him.
Yes. And like she secretly loves to see the reactions.
Yeah, they're all very surprised.
Wakey, wakey!
22.
22. Odds or evens?
Evens.
As you are making your way south again, keeping an eye out in all of these different mini habitats that you're passing by, little clumps of trees and little wooded areas and ponds and things, you see to your right as you are heading down, you see that there's a little stream that seems to be pouring like from the direction of the bay, but it like goes in and out of some different clumps of trees and things. And in one of the trees that is along the way, there's a balloon stuck in a tree.
Immediate sunglasses. No detective can ignore a pop of color like that in the midst of a tree. I knew immediately I had to climb it. Gear up, folks. Gotta get the gear. And she starts to like strap on stuff to begin to climb that tree.
All right, so you start to get ready to climb the tree. You walk over to it and go ahead and give me a dex check to climb the tree.
That is a 5.
A 5.
Oh, wow, Sealy. I knew I practiced the rock climbing wall at the cruise ship, so this should be fine.
And she begins.
You start to try to climb the tree, but there are no branches within reach, as it's a fairly tall tree. And so you try to like scoot your way up, but it's not really working. But as that's happening, what was your survival roll from earlier?
It was a 22.
22? Yeah, so this is okay. So as you are trying to climb this tree,
I got it. This is how it works. Making it happen. It's like a bear hug.
as you are starting to climb the tree and not really getting anywhere, you can, in the distance, sort of upstream, you can hear the sounds of a bit of commotion. You can hear some Pokemon sounds and sounds of movement and things upstream, inside a little bit of this bit of trees, this wooded area.
I feel like, is it okay if Sealy sees it first and then gives a little flipper to Pearl?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you are very intently trying to climb this tree and, like, fall down and start, like, try to scoot up and are falling down.
It's
and try to
not
scoot
sweat.
up.
It's glistening.
It's sweat, I think. Trickle. And as that's happening, and Luca is like trying to help boost you up a little bit, again, just not tall enough, Seely just kind of flops down the way a little bit and looks down the stream.
Gives me a flipper on the back. Whoa! Okay. Oh, yeah, good call. And they pursue that.
Great. You start following the stream. As you go upstream,
Follow the stream and Pokemon. Follow the stream and the Pokemon till we catch them all. Ord. And we follow the stream and Pokemon.
you follow the stream.
That one is a deep musical guess for someone, and
Yeah.
I'm very proud of the many listeners who get that.
Oh, good, because the
Did you get it?
DM did not.
I know! Oh, man. If you've done that show, you might have also had PTSD just then because of what I did.
Wild. Hello, friends. Jonah here to say thank you for listening to Postcards from Pearl. I'd like to take a moment to tell you about our wonderful partner, Dice Envy. That is, I'd like to, but Sarah already did. But what I will tell you is that you can get 10% off of your purchase at Dice Envy by going to diceenvy.com/questco or by using promo code QuestCo at checkout. That's QUESTCO for 10% off of your entire order. If you're a fan of what we do here on Quest Company Jr. and you want to give us a boost, please go to our page on the Apple Podcasts app or wherever you listen to your podcasts and leave us a rating and review. It is a huge help to us and we read every review that comes in. And if you really love what we do here at Quest Company Jr. and you want to take the next step in supporting us, please consider becoming a Patreon subscriber. For as little as $2 a month, you can help us with necessary expenses like our web hosting, which is due this time of year. Thank you all for helping us pay with that. You can help us continue to improve the quality of the show. We were able to get new mics a while back, and they sound amazing. And you can get access to exclusive content and patron rewards like, I don't know, a real postcard from Pearl. If you'd like to give us that support, you can do so at patreon.com/questcompanypodcast. You can find the link to the Patreon on our website, questcompanyjr.com. If you'd like to contact us, you could do so directly through our website or by finding us on Instagram and Twitter at QuestCoJr. You can also hang out with us in our QuestCo Discord. The link to that is on our website and Twitter. We know that word of mouth is the best way to get people listening to a new podcast, so please, pretty please, if you love our show, tell your friends, let other people know. You telling folks is how other people find out and how more people get listening. If we see you tweeting about us or posting fan art using hashtag QuestCoJr or hashtag Postcards from Pearl, you might get a character named after you on the show, just like a certain gentleman who's very heavily featured in this episode. Wink. And if you have fan art of the podcast that you want to share, just make sure when you post it to tag us so that we can see it. Quest Company Jr. is a proud member of Podicon Go, a group of independent podcasts supporting high-quality content that's fun for the whole family. This week, we want to highlight our friends over at Podville, an audio variety show hosted by real-life married couple Corbin and Julie that's fun for the whole family. What? Co-hosts of a podcast who are married to each other? Who's ever heard of such a thing? Wink. You'll hear Podville's promo at the end of these announcements. I'd like to take a moment to thank all of the amazing artists whose music is featured in this episode. Thank you to Foolboy Media for the song Video Game Land. Thanks to Joseph Cash for the song Guerrilla Marketing Samba. Thank you to Glitch X City for the song Pokemon Center Theme Lo-Fi Lullaby Remix. Thank you to D Yankee for the songs Cheap Cafe, Tango, and Morning Coffee. Thanks to Uncan for the song Kobo Cafe. Thank you to Silent Partner for the song Game Show. Thank you to Aaron Kenny for the songs Black Cat and Yonder Hill and Dale. Thanks to Elliot Sharp for This Place, That Time. Thank you to Doug Maxwell and Meteorite Productions for the song Renaissance Castle. Thank you to Audionautics for the song Renaissance. Thank you to Visager for Battle, and Jeremy Blake for Power Up, and Fluid Volt for Squeaky's Song. And thank you to tabletopaudio.com for providing the ambient sounds. That's all for me, so let's go find some more baby Pokemon. Let's go find some more baby Pokemon. Mystery. Thank you for joining us here on Quest Company Jr. Doo-doo-doo.
It's Podville.
The family-friendly variety show.
I'm your host, Corbin.
And I'm your hostess, Julie.
Every other Friday, we and our 4 kids bring you a show packed with
Silly games.
outrageous vintage ads
Wild stories.
and catchy original songs. Find us at podville.com.
That's PAUDEVILLE.com. Or subscribe wherever fine pods are casted.
Are you ready for me to stop talking?
Always.
So, as you go up the stream, you see that the stream actually is a pond a little bit further up. Like it sort of widens out into a pond as it goes, and then it continues the way that you've seen it. But in one part of it, there is a pond with a small island in the middle, and as you approach, you can see that it looks like there's a show happening.
Pearl immediately sits down and starts to watch it.
Great. You see that there are different woodland Pokemon gathered around. There's like a couple of Buizel who are like just floating in the water looking up at it. There's some Seedot that are on the ground watching, and some other like Spearow and Pidgey who are perched and looking. But as you take a moment to sit and watch, you see from a makeshift like wings and stage area made of leaves and such, Mime Jr. and Smoochum look like they're putting on a play.
Oh, wow, Seely, can you translate for me? This is really good stuff, I can tell. It's like watching, Pokespear.
They are doing some Pokemon Shakespeare. 100%. They're
1000%.
doing a 2-person Romeo and Juliet, essentially. The Mime Jr. and the Smoochum are.
A 2-person Rattata and what's the J one?
I was trained in the classics, Seely. I know I don't know all the Pokemon language, but it's mainly just watching the body language, and you can follow it entirely 110%. I love Pokespear.
It's Roggenrolio and Jinxliet.
Oh, a classics. Seely, oh, I love this one. Okay, translate whatever you can get. I'm definitely in it, though.
And she just pulls out some popcorn and they both start washing.
Seely is translating somewhat from memory, as the Mime Jr. is not actually, speaking at all. It's only miming the Roggenrolio part.
Bold casting choice. That was both of them. Seely, that was beautiful.
The balcony scene concludes. What do you want to do?
Hey, Luca,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to get this one because I just can't stop a good show.
Oh, it seems like a shame though, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
Well,
Maybe this is where they're supposed to be, Luca.
well, they do belong to somebody.
But look at the talent, the sheer raw moxie.
Okay, or
Or
we could.
watch the rest of the show.
I mean, there is that, but there's also another Pokemon that's out there somewhere.
Oh yeah.
But I wanna.
Okay, can we just wait until the fight scene?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
We could also try to go on as characters and nab them or something.
Done.
And she starts to whip out a fluffy hat with a feather.
Okay. Which characters are you gonna try to enter the scene as to swipe the two of them away?
Tybalt, baby.
Okay, so you're going to come in for the fight scene?
Yeah, 1000%. Pokey Spear.
Okay. Roll a performance check.
Oh, yes.
It's not a natural 20, but it is a 20.
Amazing.
I had the costume ready.
Okay, I am Tybalt. Seely is my crew.
Okay, yeah, so are you how are you like getting onto this little island? Because it's an island in the middle of this little pond.
Don't worry about it yet.
Okay, cool, cool,
Let
cool,
me
cool,
just finish casting the show.
Great, yeah. No, tell me how it happens. You get up in there.
Okay, well, wait, who can Luca be? Luca should be on Romeo side.
Luca will be Mercutio.
Perfect. Done. Okay, great. We're ready.
Great. Done. And action.
Luca, are you ready? She
Yeah.
starts to put like an eye patch on him.
Yeah, sure.
And, like, belt.
He's picked up a stick to be his sword.
Great. Okay, Celia, are you ready?
Oh,
You've never looked better.
she's sort of fashioned her scarf into a ruff.
Perfect. I believe that she'll be playing Lady Capulet or something like that
Perfect.
to Russian.
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. And so, okay, the balcony scene ended. We have, yada, 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 all that stuff that happens.
Yeah. We skip ahead to the fight scene.
Okay.
You guys were preparing, and you just happened to finish preparing at the time where the fight scene's coming up.
Okay, and then is the island, how big of a jump is it for a human being?
It's more than you could jump, for
Dang
sure.
it. Okay.
The pond is certainly like much smaller than like a lake or than Bay Bolette or anything, but it's like a fairly decent size where like water Pokemon can live in it.
Okay.
And it's like it makes me think of like when Tom Sawyer and Huck Finn like kind of just chill on an island in the middle of nowhere for a few days. Like that kind of vibe of, there's things could live here. It's not just like a tiny patch of sand with one palm tree and that's it. Like there's a little bit more to it, but you can see across the way that that's what's happening over there.
Okay, Luca,
Yeah.
follow me close.
Oh, wait, should I?
I'm going to go speak with them.
But wait. But I thought that I was on the
I
other
know
side.
you go on the other side.
Okay.
Don't follow me close.
Okay, great. Okay, so I'll
Okay.
go over there and then me and Toothless will come over that way. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And forgive me for all the Animal Crossing vibes, guys, but I'm not sorry about it. She picks up a really big stick.
And you're gonna try to vault over.
Yeah, 1000%.
Can you tell that we've been playing a lot of New Horizons there, listeners?
Don't judge us. I swear we're creative and original people, but like you gotta use the stuff you know.
I'm just gonna lump it in with your performance thing because it's part of your dramatic entrance. Yeah, sure,
Thank
you
you.
find a stick to vault over in.
Thank you. And she waits for her cue line because she's a good actress. Mm-hmm. And Mercutio says,
Mercutio says nothing because currently, like, it's Mime
Okay.
Jr. with like two sock puppets, as Mime Jr. is Roggenrolio and has the little sock puppets to be Mercutio and Benvolio. But so,
I wait for my
in
cue.
the part of the scene where Mercutio would have said, "By my heel, I care not."
and then Pearl begins a charging run, and she just goes, Pokemon, good day! A word with you, Mr. Mime! And she vaults over.
As that happens, Luca, like, he and Toofus both get a running start, and then Toofus, like, jumps into the water, and then he jumps on Toofus, and then just sort of, like, skids across the way, and Toofus bumps him up, and Luca lands on the island on the opposite side. And Luca says, but a word with one of us. Our couple was something, make it a word and a blow. And the Mime Jr. and the Smoochum look very confused, but the other Pokemon in the audience are enthralled.
And then I kind of just like, I kind of slowly like kind of put my hands up and I gesture to the other two Pokemon. And I'm like, look, the crowd's loving it. Okay, keep it rolling. And I do a little rolling motion. Okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no, you're in. You're in.
Okay.
It was a good performance check. We're fine. We're still in it.
Oh, you shall find me stretchy enough to that. Good Mercutio. And you have given me occasion.
Could you not take some occasion without giving?
Thou's consortest with Mimeo.
Consort? What? Dost thou make us minstrels? And thou make minstrels of us. Look to hear nothing but discords. Here's my fiddlestick, and he waves that same stick that he brought over from earlier.
Perfect.
Here's that shall make you dance. Zoons, consort. And I think that at this point, I don't know what are you planning, because it's like it's happening.
Oh, we 1000% are doing the sword fight.
Great.
Okay, so me and Luca, we skip ahead.
Yeah, we skip
and-
ahead. We skip the- yeah,
we
yeah,
skip
yeah,
ahead,
we
skip
cut
ahead.
that, we cut that.
Sorry, guys, we do love Pokey Shavir a lot.
Yeah, peace be with you. Here comes my man. Yada, yada, yada. We'll skip ahead of that. And we'll just say you guys do that scene.
We're gonna do the entire scene, and Seeley does come over and weep over my body.
Great, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but you do it. You do the whole big fight. So listeners, imagine that whole scene
Played out
played out.
in Pearl and Luca's language with Pokemon.
Yes, ta-da.
And so we're about to finish the scene. Seely's crying over Tybalt, and I looked at Mime Jr. and I go, Raggy Rolio, you are banished. And I grab the Pokemon. I grab him with the Pokeball.
You do it, but you do it really like sleight of hand, so it's just like, it's the end of the scene.
Yes.
And then the Smoochum didn't notice. And so,
Oh my gosh. Can Trico go on?
no, the Smoochum didn't notice, so you finish that scene and you like go off and Luca's like laying there on the ground still. And then the Smoochum comes out to do the Gallop Pace, you fiery-footed steed. Like,
Yes.
she comes out to do the Gallop Pace monologue and Luca's just like, nope, and puts her in the Pokeball.
Oh, yes. Woo! And then we take their bows.
And then you take the bows.
Thank you. Thank you. What a fine day for the theater.
You take your bows.
Seeley, take another one. And Seeley takes like 3.
All the little Pokemon on the island are like throwing various flowers at Seely.
Oh, yeah, she is the star.
She loves it. She's hamming it up. You have got Smoochum and Mime Jr.
Yes, Luca, that was good. You got a lot of acting chops in you, man.
Thank you. You know, I'm a fan of the theater.
Okay, back to the case.
Right. That was a distraction. Yes.
And we throw off the costumes and we
Yes.
put the shades back on.
Yes. Okay. So you leave that area. So there is now only apparently the Bonsly left.
All my instincts knew that this would be the hardest Pokemon to catch. Sly is literally in the name.
That is literally correct. Yes.
So I took to the skies. Meaning, I just started to look up more. Because I felt like, I would be hiding up high in the heavens. And we began the walk, the journey, the footpath, the tread path.
The what?
I don't even know.
All right, go ahead and make another survival check.
12.
At 12. 12 is enough to see that in a much thicker grouping of trees on your way back, not too terribly far, you can, again, in the distance, see where you would be approaching toward the daycare again, but there's still these different bits of trees and stuff throughout. In one that was even thicker than where the pond was, you see a popped balloon hanging from a tree.
Luca,
What?
that's our sign.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what we've been waiting for.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna continue.
I
No,
know,
what?
I thought it was too. Hold on. What's like a slang detective term for like a. I was going to say like skiddaroo. That works.
Luca, look.
Oh yeah. It's yeah. Whoa.
That's what we've been waiting for, Skiddaroo. Come on, the case is hot.
Did you just call me a goat Pokemon? A skidoo?
Don't worry about the logistics, Skiddaroo. Come on, shake your tail feather and let's get on the trail.
Trico! And Trico blows from the bubble pipe, and you all go. Great. How are you proceeding into this clump of trees?
I think we take up some branches that are hanging from the ground and we try to cover our faces and we attempt stealth one more time, and maybe this time we'll get a good roll.
All right, roll stealth.
8.
It's just not the forte.
I love that it's always specifically on stealth.
Yes.
With an 8, you and Luca, with your, leaves in front of your face, you said?
Yeah.
With leaves in front of your face, wander into this thicket.
I feel like-
this clump of trees.
I feel like Pearl gets distracted with the leaves and she like whispers to Celie, "Hey, I wonder if we could do like an island Kukachoo."
Ooh.
And they like both start to rustle their leaves too much. Like,
Kukachoo, this works.
And as you are rustling your leaves, it is almost too late for you to put an end to it as you come to a bit of a clearing in the midst of these trees. Due to the shaking of your leaves, you did not hear the sound of battle in this clearing. And as you approach, you see that there is a Heracross and a Pinsir, these two large bug Pokemon going at it, fighting with each other. The large horn of the Heracross and the huge pinchers of the pincer. I was like, there's not a better, it's just pinchers. Just they're fighting each other, and there's an intense battle happening back and forth. And you see directly across the clearing, disguised as just one of the bushes, one of the trees, there's a bonsai just watching.
Does the bonsai look scared or is like enjoying it?
The bonsai loves it.
All right, I see you there, little cuckoo. And then, oh gosh. Ooh, this is a tricky one, huh?
Well, the thing is, with your 8, you approach the edge of the clearing, noisily shaking your leaves.
No.
The 2 Pokemon stop and look directly at you and Luca. Roll initiative. All right, with initiative rolled, the order is going to be Pearl, Pinsir, Luca, Heracross.
Wow, I'm shocked. Okay.
They rolled like a 6 and a 1.
Wow, okay. We send out George Foreman.
All right, George Foreman, the Combee, busts up out of there. What's she gonna do?
We're gonna go for Pinsir.
All right, so you're gonna go to attack the Pinsir first.
Because that's the one that scares me as a human being more.
Okay, what are you attacking it with?
Gust.
Gust. Roll to hit.
11.
11 to hit?
Yeah.
11 does not hit the Pinsir as the 2 bugs are rushing towards you and Luca, the horn glimmering in the light and the pinchers tink, tink, tink coming at you. And the gust does not seem to affect the Pinsir.
I imagine George Foreman's just so excited to get out and just is like, woo! And then sees it pinching is just, whoa!
Not here for that.
Yeah.
All right, it is then the Pinsir's turn. As these 2 Pokemon are rushing at you, you can tell that since they were already fighting each other, they are both a little roughed up as they're coming at you. But the Pinsir is going to come and try to get George Foreman with a bind. It's a 7 plus 7, 14.
Oh, my AC's 13.
Okay, so Pinsir is going to grapple the Combee, and Combee will take... Oh, you got lucky. 5 points of normal damage. At the beginning of each of Combee's turns, she can try to escape with a strength save. But as long as she is restrained like this, she will take damage from the bind. But she's currently grappled. So that is the Pinsir's turn as it rushes up at you and gets Combee in a bind. It's then Luca's turn. What should Trico do?
Well, then probably we'll do Absorb, and Quick Attack.
Great. Which one is he going to do it on?
We'll do Heracross.
The Absorb misses, but the Quick Attack makes contact and hits, doing 4 points of damage. It's then the Heracross's turn, who is going to go for an arm thrust attack on Trico. Just going to try to suplex this small lizard. That is only a 5, though. Plus 6, 11 is not going to hit Trico's AC. So that'll bring us back up to the top with Pearl.
I think we'll try Sweet Scent with Georgie.
Cool. So go ahead and first, you can make that strength save to try to get out.
Oh, 18.
18. George Foreman wiggles her way out of there, as that was not a low DC, but nice.
She's like, I'm a bug.
I'm gonna get out of here. This is one of my natural predators. I'm freaked out. And the Sweet Scent?
Yeah.
So Pinsir is gonna make a charisma save. That's a 3, so that won't do it, I think.
Next 2 times, I get advantage.
Oh,
on
nice.
those attacks, yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's a good one.
All right, that brings us to Pinsir's turn. Pinsir is going to ding ding try to get Combee in a vice grip.
No.
Wow. 4 plus 7 is only 11. That die is not rolling very well. All right, so Pinsir tries to get Combee in this vice grip, but Combee is able to zzz out of the way. That takes us to Luca's turn. What should he do?
Absorb and Quick.
Both the Absorb and the Quick Attack hit this time.
That's what I'm talking about.
Absorb does 6 damage, halved to 3 because Bug resists grass, and then Quick Attack does an extra 4 points of damage.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
All right, that is Luca's turn. Then it's the Heracross's turn, who is going to attempt to aerial ace Trico.
What a
as
cool
it
name for a move.
goes up into the air, these wings popping out of its back. It doesn't get a ton of height, but it's enough to zoom down, and it does automatic damage to Trico.
That is so cool. But wait, no.
That will be 12 points of damage to Trico.
Aww.
As that is not great for Trico,
No, that's really rough.
as he gets knocked back by the aerial ace attack. that takes us back to the top with Pearl.
Hang in there, Trico. We are going to gust pincer.
Ooh, okay.
Unnatural 20,
Yeah, that will hit.
6.
All right, that is going to double to 12 because flying is super effective against Bug.
Great.
Very nice. So that is your turn then, as the pincer is looking very roughed up now. That then takes us to the pincer's turn, who is going to just try to seismic toss, just gonna try to grab that Combee and just throw it.
Good luck. I'm a bug. I can fly.
Oh, nat 20.
Oh, dang it.
The pincer jumps up into the air and grabs Combee and
Grabs
pulls her
its
to the
sweet
ground
little wings.
and shakes her for a second and then throws her into a tree.
Oh. Pearl just shows, Georgie, no!
Well, dang. So Seismic Toss does damage equal to the opponent's level on a hit, double on a crit, but then gonna take half because it was a weak against it. So you get 3 damage.
Okay.
3 damage from the Seismic Toss.
I imagine that it gets tossed, but then it bounces a little bit.
Yeah. She just like, instead of hitting the trunk of the tree, she just gets thrown up into the leaves and then just flies out like, oh, what's up? It is then Luca's turn, and Trico's looking pretty rough.
We will swap to Totodile.
Great. Swapping out to Toofus will be Luca's turn.
Tarzan, get back in here. Go on, Doofus.
The Heracross is then going to try to capitalize on the fresh face that has entered the fray and is going to try to do a Night Slash on Totodile.
Oh my goodness, these move names are so cool.
Yeah, Heracross has got some baller moves. Heracross is going to roll to hit. Okay, 6 plus 6, 12, but Totodile's AC is 13.
Oh,
Just barely, as he comes out of the ball, makes direct eye contact with a Heracross who comes in and tries to strike at him, but Toofus jumps out of the way.
That boy, Toofus.
Your turn.
Gust.
Gust, all right, roll a hit.
16.
16 hits.
yes.
5.
So 10 points of damage to the pincer.
Yeah.
All right, it is looking rougher and rougher all the time. But that will be your turn then, as the pincer's looking very beat up and Combee is letting loose another gust from the safety of being up higher. That brings us to the pincer's turn, who's gonna try to bind Combee once more. 17.
Man, why can't you fly in your weird pattern today, George Foreman?
That is 9 points of damage to George Foreman. And she's grappled by the bind. It's then Totodile's turn. Luca yells out, okay, Toofus, rage and water gun. Totodile goes into a rage and then unleashes a blast of water, which will just barely hit the Heracross. Barely, with a 19. Doing 6 points of damage. It is then the Heracross's turn, who is going to just try to punch Toofus. 14 plus 6, so that's a total of 20, as Toofus takes, 10 points of damage.
No.
It's gonna roll a d4 to see if it hits again. Oofa doofa. Okay, so that's 4, so it's gonna do an extra d4 fighting damage. That's an extra 1. And then it's gonna keep going until it doesn't roll. Okay, roll the 2. Arm thrust is wild because you get to up to 5 times. Like after you hit the first time, you can hit again and again and again.
Wow.
That's a total of 11 points of damage on Toofus.
Poor bud.
That takes us back up to the top with Pearl.
Is Sealy available not in a battle sense?
But in a
Sneak around, grab Bonsly, let's get out of here sense?
sure.
Pearl looks to Sealy at the top of this round,
Okay.
and she just speaks Ort language. Okay, and she,
Taking in stock that the team is getting creamed by these bugs.
she puts Sealy on a secret mission,
Okay.
and Sealy's gonna circle the perimeter of the fight.
Okay, so Sealy's going around, I assume, to try to get Bonsly.
Yes.
Okay, great. So,
While Bonsly is just enwrapped in this fight.
yes, 100%. All right, so while you were providing a distraction with the fight, Sealy's going to go try to do that. That is a happening. And so then what do you want to actually happen on your turn then?
Gust.
All right, roll a hoop.
16.
16 is Pincer's AC.
7.
So 14,
Yeah.
it had 14 hit points left.
I love it when things like that happen.
So with that, the gust. Actually, the pincer is in its weakened state, and it's been just like having to use a lot of energy to try to jump up and grab at Combi and try to do all of this. And Combi blows it, and it starts to just fly across the meadow. Pincer has been KO'd. We don't have to worry about Pincer's turn now because it's out. That brings us to Luca, who's gonna say, well, all right, Toofus, go to water gun again on the Heracross. Ooh, natural 19, which is good because he doesn't have that much of a bonus to water gun. But 19 will hit as the Heracross takes 9 points of damage. And that ends Luca's turn. It is then the Heracross's turn, who like surveys the situation and sees that Toofus is hurting it, but Combi just knocked out that pincer that it was fighting and it wanted to beat. Odds it's gonna go after Combi. Evens it's gonna go after Toofus.
Okay.
Going after Combi.
Okay. Pearl yells, "Ort, ort, ort!" In code, "Get it now!"
You look across the way and Sealy is getting closer and closer to the Bonsly. The Heracross, the wings pop out of the back again and it starts lifting up into the air and goes to aerial ace, George Foreman, and it automatically hits because that's what that move does.
What?
Combi is weak to flying type moves, yes?
Ah.
That will be a total of 16 points of damage. Is Combi still up?
Combi out.
Combi out.
Oh, sweet Combi. And Pearl just in slow motion is going,
As in revenge for its fallen enemy, Heracross KOs George Foreman the Combi. Who are you swapping out to?
Oscar.
Swapping out to Oscar. All right. Well, it is now your turn. So what you gonna do?
Mega Drain.
Mega Drain. All right.
18.
18 barely hits. Its AC is 18.
Wow.
It's a good bug.
That is a really good bug.
14 points of damage.
14 points will be reduced to 7 because it resists grass.
Darn it.
But that is your turn. It's then Luca's turn as Toofus is just gonna try to scratch it. 14 will not hit the Heracross though.
Oh, this Heracross is really tough. It would have won the original fight.
Yeah. It's Heracross is no joke. I love it. So as Toofus whiffs it, he actually goes to scratch it, but the carapace of this Pokemon is just too thick. The Heracross looks at Toofus now that it has taken out the other competitor that interfered with its fight, and now looks at Toofus and goes to Night Slash. 7 plus 6 is 13. Toofus's AC exactly.
Oh, not Doofus too. Sealy, you gotta get that Bonsly.
Oh no. That's a total of 13 points of damage to Toofus from this
no.
Night Slash. As, like lightning, the Heracross whips across and boom, makes contact with the horn on Totodile.
Okay, Sealy, move faster.
Across the way, you see that Sealy is almost picked up the Bonsly. She's like sneaking up behind it. She's got the bug net now.
That's
She's
what I
doing
was
the creep
thinking
walk.
too, yeah.
It is now your turn. The Heracross is looking pretty rough.
Oscar, I know you probably won't like this one, but just tackle it.
Shrimp! Roll to hit.
Ha ha ha, that's what I get, a 7.
A 7.
Yeah.
Yep, 7 ain't gonna do it. As the Heracross, again, it makes contact, but the carapace is too thick. Toofus then goes to scratch it again. Yep, that will do it. 21 will hit.
Good.
That is going to be 7 points of damage. It's then Heracross's turn, who's going to aerial ace Oscar. And again, Oscar will take automatic flying damage from this move. That is 20 points of flying damage to Oscar.
Mercy.
It's a good bug. That takes us back to the top, and it's your turn, Pearl.
Oh, Mega Drain. And she yells to Sealy in Ort language again.
Go ahead and roll a hit.
That's much more like it. 21.
21 hits.
14.
14 reduced to 7. Heracross has 1 hit point left. Luca says, you know what? You know what? And he throws a great ball.
Good for you, Luca.
Look at this dice right now. Look at this beautiful dice from Dice Envy right now and tell me what that says.
Nat 20. Meant to be. Do the choo-ka-choo. Choo-ka-choo. Everybody choo-ka-choo.
Luca throws this great ball at this Heracross that has 1 hit point left. this raging beast of a bug that has been decimating both of your teams.
Yep.
He throws this great ball, and with a look of fury in its eyes, it sees the ball make contact, and the Heracross gets sucked up into the ball. It shakes in the air and falls to the ground, and immediately the ring in the middle clicks with a crit catch.
Woo!
Well, okay.
Wow, Luca, high five.
High five. Powerful, tired high five.
Freeze frame, exhausted faces, but a great high five.
It's at this time that Seely makes her way back across with Bonsly in the bug net, who just looks elated at everything that just happened.
Aw, it's worth it. We saved a couple babes. The wee babes.
Oh, yeah, so that's all of them then?
Me and Celie put back the sunglasses on and we go, oh yeah, the case is solved. And from out of nowhere, we sip a cup of coffee. I say, record time. Blah.
The noir music fades as you all make your way back to the Take Care Daycare. As you approach, both of the Doug trio boom, boom, plop out of the ground and look at you, and then they like wiggle a little bit and then plop back into the ground, and you can see like little, mole burrows heading back to the house. And you all make your way back, and Luke says,
Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. You got all 4 of them then?
Yeah.
Excellent. Oh, that's a relief. That is a big relief.
No need to thank us. Sunglasses back on. It was just the thrill of the chase is enough for a detective like us.
Yes, those baby Pokemon can be a handful.
Okay, but they are adorable, you gotta admit.
Absolutely. I mean, why else do you think I have a daycare?
And we hand him over.
yeah, you hand over the Pokeballs with all the baby Pokemon, and he says, well, their owners will be very pleased, and by very pleased, I don't think that they ever need to know about what happened here today.
How long have you been in business?
I've been in business for many years. Many, many years. Longer than both of you have been alive put together, and then some.
Wow.
Been doing this for a long time. That Ditto? Been here the whole time.
Well, I'm just glad we could help. Thanks for letting us help you.
Oh, absolutely. You obviously can handle yourself with some baby Pokemon. People come here all the time, and they leave their Pokemon here. And
What? Glass shattered, and she shattered some just invisible glass, and Celia had a trash can underneath it.
Well, they come pick them back up.
Oh, okay. Whoa.
No, they pick them up, but they leave them here, and then I raise them, and we work on things with
I
them.
thought you were just saying they drop them off on your doorstep, lock it on there saying, Annie, we love you, we'll be back, and then they never come back.
No. They come. They pick them up.
Okay.
But that said, sometimes when Pokemon stay here, there are eggs that pop up. And I keep them all, and I hatch them, and sometimes I will keep them, and other times I will make sure that I can connect them with a good home. But I was wondering if the two of you would be interested in caring for any Pokemon eggs. I could give you each one in an incubator, and you could hatch it and raise it.
She takes a big step up, bing, puts her hand on her heart.
Luke, I pledge to care for my egg, to be responsible, and to help it hatch, and to love it, and to cherish it, and forever.
Sounds good to me.
Luke, are you in?
Yeah, same, for sure.
Oh, I'm so excited. Celie, we're getting an egg.
You all follow Gentleman Luke inside, and he goes to one of the rooms, and you see that there's a bunch of, different, play equipment and stuff like that, and also training equipment around the place. And he says, yes, well, also, if there's any Pokemon that you'd be interested in having me work on training them at all, I have a PC here. A lot of times, folks will drop some off, or they need quick access, or they just, sort of stumble along us on the road here. But if there's anyone that you'd like me to train and work with, I'd be happy to.
Oh, cool. So, even if I catch someone, I could even send it to you after I catch them?
Well, you would need to stop by, and we would need to figure that out in person. But if you come by here, you can, from the PC or what have you, you can get whoever you need to pick them up or drop them off. It's just you have the access to your Pokemon, and I don't.
Oh, how much do you charge?
He explains his rate, and rather than like a per day thing
Yeah.
like it is in the games, it would be like 200 Poke per level that they go up while they're with him. Because essentially, while a Pokemon is here at the daycare, they will get like a slice, not taking it away from your Pokemon that are active, but they would get a portion of like whatever experience your Pokemon get from battles and such while they're in the daycare.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's pretty reasonable.
So is there anyone that you would like to leave with Luke here at the daycare?
Hey, Luke,
Yes,
look into my eyes.
looking.
If you harm my Pokemon in any way, I will find you, and you will never know a day without my name being shouted into your ears at the 10,000 screeching volume that is like an X-Ploud, but only worse because you know what you did.
Agreed.
Okay, here's Shavakadu.
Great, so you leave Shavakadu the Magikarp with Luke.
Yes.
Awesome. He's like, oh, well, I've got some great pawns and things for this Magikarp to play in.
Great.
Great. So you take care of that along the way. And then you continue and you go into this room that you see has 5 eggs in incubators in this room. And he says, well, the two of you can take your pick. As you're looking at the eggs, I will describe them to you, what they look like, and you will get to pick which one you want to take.
Okay.
There is one that is white with blue and red triangles on it and other geometric shapes.
Oh, I know what that one is.
There is one that is pale green with a large red triangle on the bottom toward the middle and then 2 small dark green diamonds toward the top. There's one that's just pink on top and about halfway down it just is brown on the bottom. There is one that is light blue with a black spot on top and light gray spots on the sides and a black ring around it. And there is one that is brown with a light tan chevron pattern going around the middle. Which one would you like?
Oh, Luke, do you have any recommendations?
Well, they're all different types of Pokemon. It depends. Are you familiar with any of these? Or?
No.
All right. Well, how about you? You can make a nature check to try to discern if you could figure out anything about any of these.
18.
With your 18 and talking with Luke, because some of these he's like, it's hard to remember, because a lot of Pokemon come in and out, so it's hard to remember exactly what came from what and this, that, and the other. But the white one with the blue and red triangles and other shapes on it is fairy type. The green one is ground and rock type. The one that's pink on top, brown on bottom is fighting type. The light blue one with the black spots and gray spots and all of that is also fighting type. And the brown one with the chevron is normal type.
We're going to go with the white one.
Gonna go with the white one?
Yeah.
Great. So you pick the incubator with the white one with the red and blue geometric shapes on it. And Luca, I'm gonna roll for which one Luca's gonna take.
Ooh, Luca, they're also good. I picked the one that I felt like balance was there.
Luca looks at them, considers, and then picks up the green one.
Ah, nice. Green Squad.
He says, all right, well, thank you, sir. We appreciate it. We're glad that we could help.
Luke, you are a gentleman, a scholar, and very dapper. I wish you all the best.
Thank you. I tried to be all of those things, and the best to you as well. Also, here's the number of the daycare in case you need to check in on Shavakadu.
Hey, Luca. It's
Yo.
okay that I'm doing this, right? Like, I love my Pokemon. I think this will be the best thing for Shavakadu.
Yeah, I mean, were you planning on battling a lot with Shavakadu or spending a lot of time with him anytime
I plan
soon?
on spending all the time with everyone, but it's hard, you know?
Yeah, well, it's okay, because, I mean, Shavakadu will get to hang out and train and get
feel
stronger and hang out with that Ditto and,
Yeah, I feel like Shabakadu and the Ditto and Luke, they all have like a good vibe, you know?
Yeah, good
They would get
vibes.
along really well.
The Doug Trio, good vibes.
Oh, yeah.
I
Okay,
like it.
Good.
No, I'm down.
Hey, Luke,
Yes.
sit down real quick, have a cup of tea with me.
All right.
And imaginally, out of nowhere, Seely start pouring them tea.
Okay.
It all began on a cold, dark night, and a lab was broken into. I followed the trails,
And she begins to tell them the story of Team Nasty, and she tells Luke everything he needs to know about Team Nasty and how to watch out for them and why she was suspicious of mustaches.
100%. He says, oh, well, I'll just have to make sure that my mustache is even more pristine so that no one makes that mistake.
Also, can I count on you for my Avengers League squad?
Well, sure, you can count on me and my Doug Trio.
Excellent. And she finishes sipping her tea and she goes, well, we're going to hit the road. See you later, Luke.
All right, well, happy trails. I'll see you soon.
And you all continue down Route 4, heading on the road to Tremella Town.
Woo!
And that's where we'll end this episode.
Hey, Daniel here from the Happy Go Lucky Podcast. The show you've just been listening to is part of the new and upcoming Podicon Go podcasting network. What is Podicon Go, you ask? We're a group of independent creators that are committed to creating, distributing, and supporting content that is clean, fun, and appropriate for all ages. Thank you for listening. Be sure to hit subscribe and show your love for this show with a 5-star review. Every time you do, you're helping to support family-friendly content for everyone to enjoy.
Thank you for listening to Postcards from Poa and Chris Camping Jr.